Namaste students.
You may have heard the name of Tanzane, the greatest musician our country has produced. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behad near Gwalior. Tanzane was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tanzane saw them. Strangers in the forest? He said to himself, "It will be fun to frighten them." He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one." Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. "There are no tigers here, master," he said. "Only this naughty boy." Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tanzane's father and said, "Your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer." Tanzane was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music and became a great singer. About this time, his parents died. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tanzane should visit Muhammad Ghaz of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaz was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaz, Tanzane was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignayani, who was a great musician herself. There, he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Husaini. Husaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Tanzane and Husaini had 5 children who were all very musical. Tanzane had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tanzane should join his court. Tanzane went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tanzane to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often, he would just walk into Tanzane's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tanzane. "We shall never be able to rest till Tanzane is ruined," they declared. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mian, had a bright idea. "Let us make him sing Raga Deepak," he said. "How will that help us?" asked another man. "If Raga Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burned to ashes. Tanzane is a very good singer. If he sings Raga Deepak, he will die and we will be rid of him." Shaukat Mian went to Akbar and said, "We don't think Tanzane is a great singer. Let us test him. Let him to sing Raga Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly." "Of course, he can sing it. Tanzane can sing anything," Akbar said. Tanzane was afraid, but could not disobey the king. "Very well, my lord," he said, "but give me time to prepare myself." Tanzane went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. I can sing the raga, he told his wife. It will also burn me to ashes. Then he had an idea. If someone sings Raga Megh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupvadi could do it, he said. He taught the two girls to sing Raga Megh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tanzin told them, "You must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing." The legend goes that on the appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tanzin sing Rag Deepak. When he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. The leaves on the trees dried up and fell to the ground. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat, and the water in the rivers began to boil. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. At once Saraswati and Rupvati began to sing Raga Megh. The sky clouded over and the rain came down. Tanzin was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tanzin's enemies. When Tanzin got well, the entire city rejoiced. Tanzin remained Akbar's court singer till 1585, when he died. He composed several new ragas. Tanzin's tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musicians. Thank you.